Really? That was fast.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of fluid, but I would call it that. Yeah, you've gotten to the place and you've figured out a little bit of the situation. What is the situation?
Do you got Sirenscape running?
The Atlantes have taken over the colony?
Yeah, they've also been keeping tight control over the major condenser used for the water supply, I understand.
Yes, they have been rationing water and food, and among other things, they've established martial law. Like if you, everyone is confined to their quarters. That whole deal. But you can learn more about that from Brenta or Jelly. Yeah, so they are. They got their thumb on them. I don't know what's the expression. The thumb.
Finger in the bum.
Something.
Yeah.
What would you do in your free time is your own business.
Oh, shit.
Just pulling hammies.
So, yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about each character here now. Let's, give me, like, a minute of how your character feels about the whole situation. Or not, just like 3 cents. Start with,
Starting with who? Sound got kind of fuzzy there for.
Oh, sorry. I was messing with my sound settings to not have so much background noise or stuff, but I think it's actually affecting what you actually hearing me say. Okay. Start. I don't care. Start with Ronan. First on the list there. Ronan.
Oh,
Guy from a strange land. You're from a primitive society.
yeah. Well, I'm not feeling very good about the whole murderings of everything, sort of. But for the most part, it is self-defense, so it helps ease my mind a little bit that probably if we didn't defend ourselves, we'd probably be dead. Especially the adolescents. He's got a soft spot for younger beings that have not reached their potential yet, and not really wanting to kill them or harm them, but it happens.
These kids have definitely reached some kind of potential. Like they were very steely. You know, they didn't retreat.
But they were still kids. Yeah, and pretty much.
So it's more like, are you angry at?
I'm more angry at
circumstances that have brought these kids to force you to fight them.
Yes, more angry at the system that is in place that is putting these kids in harm's way or causing undue harm to pretty innocent colony for the most part. Really, not really having much to do with anything.
Okay. Right. What about Relloc?
I'm just wondering why they're here. I don't believe they should be here. They're very far from where they should.
Well, you know a little bit.
I know a little bit, but I don't know enough. And so I want to know more. I want to know why they're here, what they're planning.
Okay, but how does
I'm not really worried about the. I mean, I'm no different than Ronan in how I feel about the kids. But that was their choice. They could have ran away from me. I wouldn't have chased them down.
Yeah, right.
But they didn't. So they chose to die, and that was their time.
They looked at you like you were really like
I'm used to people thinking I'm a monster.
Yeah, even in the
Sometimes
back
it's
world,
effective
not so
to be-
much.
Sometimes it's effective to be the monster. Sometimes it keeps. It makes your job easier.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Okay, what about, like, is this, I feel like, I don't know, last few years have been kind of getting away from this kind of situation. Is this like, this feels good to be back in this kind of tense thing, or is this kind of like a, ugh, here we go
It's
again?
oddly comfortable. He never thought he'd be comfortable in it, but this is who he is.
Oh. How about Echo? How's Echo feel?
Beep,
Coastline.
Boop, beep, boop. Well, I'm glad someone's comfortable with how things are going because I'm not. The prospect of 4 or 8 murdered children, like we've run into already, was a little disconcerting. But 50 of them is a much larger problem than we're really equipped to deal with. I don't like it. Also, I'm really confused about why people are relying on a central moisture collector on this damp of a planet. Okay, but that's beside the point.
Everyone should have their own, like, portable one outside, right?
Well, no, but on a foggy planet like this, if they've got some plastic netting, you can expect to get roughly 11 liters per day per square meter. It would not be hard to rig up individual moisture collectors for personal consumption on the roofs.
Well, this is science fantasy, not fiction, okay? Because that kind of technology doesn't exist in this universe.
I'm just saying, if this works in a desert, we should be able to do this.
Well, note to self, good to have you along in a plane crash or something in real life.
But the veer off into minor practical details is kind of a coastless mindset right now.
Right. Yeah. And you guys also were Sedona may have been a factor in your life as well. She's also here being held prisoner. I think that's also might be a more personal connection for some characters.
Yeah, Bretta, if I recall correctly, Bretta said that. Didn't Bretta say that basically everyone that was involved in investigating that crash site was being held?
That's right.
Okay.
There was just 3 of them, wasn't there?
No, it was about 6 people, maybe.
All right.
There
was
first
the
goal is just
mayor and Sedona. You said Corsica is one of the names, right?
Yeah. Let me.
I think those are all the names I have written down in my notes here.
I will get that for you, or at least a little more info. Okay. Anything else, or that's good in terms of Kosla? While I look this up.
Yeah, just very on edge, feeling really out of her depth about this situation we're sitting in, and kind of focusing on little details to try to cope with it.
Okay. Yeah, for the most part, I mean, you guys. I know I'm going to get to Greg too. I'm going to skip it. This is like your. These aren't like some gang toughs or pirates. coordinated. I mean, they have a signal jammer going.
It's like we're fighting the army.
Yeah, this is jarring for sure. All right, and what about Greg? Guy just came here to do a job.
Yeah, well, do a job and like avoid any kind of hostile situation.
Imperial entanglements.
The only thing that's happened is like I've almost gotten killed like 5 times. So he's one part like frustrated, one part terrified. Definitely is like out of his element right now. Being in the jungle, now having to face a hostile trained military
Shoes
force.
are ruined.
Yeah, he's not happy, and he's pretty nervous. Just frustrated.
Probably sympathize a little with the colonists, feeling a sense of helplessness.
For sure.
But you got a gun. All right, let's talk about level 2. What happened there? How'd you guys get any fun? Should have actually talked about that each time. Oh well.
I mostly kind of paid a feat tax here. I'm now capable of actually repairing Echo in a somewhat effective manner.
Oh, so you can do what, 25% now instead of 10?
Yeah, instead of 10% per resolve point.
This is just like 1 hit point at this level or something?
Yeah, there is no such thing as a level 1 mechanic that can properly repair a drone.
Hey, Echo's managed to survive pretty well.
Yeah, fortunately, he hadn't taken a lot of damage yet, but...
Yeah.
So, it's not exciting, just important.
How does Echo heal outside of that?
Doesn't.
You can't do, like, repair checks or, like, engineering checks out of combat? That seems insane.
So, the rule on that, you can, over the course of 10 minutes, you can repair 10%, which with the trick goes up to 25% of the drone's maximum hit points. You can do this once per day, plus for free, plus every time that you are spending a resolve point to regain stamina as a 10-minute rest.
Oh, so you can do it once without paying resolve.
Right.
That's it, though.
And that's it. And, if it's completely ruined, if it's completely destroyed, not just 0 hit points, but then smashed into rubble after that, a total rebuild takes a full day of work.
Okay, even that's not too bad. Okay, so a little bit more effective repairs. What about Grit? Grit, did you pick a thing? It looks like you're missing something. You did not pick a theorem, or at least it's not showing on Hero Lab.
I couldn't find it. Like it said, biohacker theorem available, but I couldn't find
It's
on Hero
all
Lab
under. It's everything. It's always under the class. Like everything's under the class. If it's a class ability or whatever, it's always under the class.
Okay. Well, I chose one. I just couldn't figure out how to put it in here.
What do you got?
I took field dressing. So as a standard action, I can use my custom scanner to heal somebody hit points equal to my key ability score.
That's good. I don't think there's anybody has a way to heal hit points at all. Nope.
That's definitely handy to have on hand.
And if they have taken no hit point damage, they instead regain 1d4 stamina.
And you can do it as a standard action? What?
Standard action.
There's no limit to the amount of times you can do this. No.
No, there's a times per day limit, isn't there? I could have sworn that there was.
I'm reading it right now, and You must have a custom scanner in your position to use this ability. You can use it a number of times per day equal to your key ability score modifier.
There you go. So 4 times.
All right. That's good. Wow, that's really, 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 really good.
Congratulations on being Ronan's new best friend.
Yes. So are you gonna say I'm gonna look like a pincushion by the end of every?
I'm only extrapolating from what's happened so
look
far.
like freaking like heroin addicts, man. Just gonna have track marks all over.
Eventually, my skin's gonna get so thick from scar marks it's not gonna be able to penetrate.
All right. So look, that's it for you at level 2, right? And you get
That is-
another. Do your restoratives like increase in duration at all or anything like that?
No, because it's all key to my key ability score.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not based on your level at all?
I might be half my level for something.
I think if I recall correctly, the duration is key ability score only, but number of injections per day is key ability score and also level involved.
Yeah.
I just need to know if I needed to change the buffs. All right. Next up. That's it. We're all done. We don't care
What?
about it.
What?
What do you got going on? I might as well put this on Hero Lab since you didn't do it.
I already did it. Oh,
Not
well,
on mine.
yeah, that's
what did
true.
you?
I took improved initiative.
Oh, you.
All I get is the fucking level
That
2
one
is like,
fight with the monkeys it really kept you out there.
Actually, it's
You're
really
so
because
mad that they got in there before you got to attack.
well, no. One of the problems is that I have opening volley, and if I don't have if I go behind everybody, and people roll up into us, then because I need to shoot them first and then run into melee. But if I don't get to shoot them before they're in melee, then it's moot. Just trying to maximize my improved volley. Otherwise, because it only counts in the first round, so it's not like if round 2 comes and I didn't shoot it and I'm still shooting, it doesn't.
That's pretty nice.
So that's all I did.
Fast giant. That's just.
Good
It's not fair.
reflexes.
It's
I'm
not
not.
fair.
It's not
How
that
do
I
you
can
level up in Hero Lab? I don't think I've ever had to do that as a PC.
go to
Isn't it like under journal or something? Or
Yeah,
go to
I
my
think you
classes,
go under journal like add XP.
oh no, I got a class level and I just.
and then you just add one.
All right.
It'll yell at you unless you turn the settings to be level without XP.
All right. So anything else? Did you get any?
No, that's all I get. I mean, obviously I got some class stuff or like skill points, but I only get 3, so I picked up engineer.
Okay. You guys armor storm? I wasn't even aware what his armor
Yes.
was.
He's armor storm. So if I punch you with my fist, it counts as a battle glove in heavy and powered.
Right. Okay. And Charlie just showed up.
Yo.
What's up?
Hey,
Sorry for being a little late.
It's alright, we were just catching up.
Yeah, you really haven't missed anything. Other than talk about our feelings.
Quite literally. Let me know when you're all settled. Is the Hero Lab, is the Soundscape running for you guys? You guys get background stuff?
It is now.
Okay.
I do not.
No, not for me.
Oh, there it is.
No, yep, exactly.
Okay. It was just really quiet. I didn't have it on like that. Like in a Braid's shop. All right, so you're in this dimly lit shop on the edge of the colony. Jellic is
On the edge of tomorrow.
off his feet, Got his leg elevated. Groaning in pain.
Oh,
He's
I
asking-
ask what's her face where they're holding the people from the crash site.
In the garrison.
They're down in the center of the clearing. They dropped the big old building there and put it together. Call it the garrison. It's where it's where they're being held. I wouldn't advise getting too close to that, though. It's pretty well defended and monitored.
Have you seen them come out since they got put in?
No one's heard anything from them. After their transport vessel took off, maybe about a couple days after they first landed, after they'd round everybody up. And we haven't seen that ship since.
Have they told us how close the crash ship?
I don't believe they did tell us where the crash ship was.
I don't have the coordinates to that. It's a couple dozen miles out west. Madeline has all that information.
There's
If
not
you're still alive,
anyone who
hopefully you can get it out of
isn't,
him.
in Aslanti custody that might have that, is there?
Everybody that went and saw it was scooped up pretty quick. I don't know what they did, but they turned those people.
Turned them?
Well, they got them to fess up on each other.
I mean, they probably didn't know that they had to fess it. They were fessing up to anything.
Everybody that went and saw the crash site was scooped up. Sedona was the only one that went in, but Madeline was there with her outside recording.
Is there any other? I guess there'd be no recording evidence anywhere.
Is any what now?
Any record of the recording anywhere? Probably still on.
She's got me. Your guess is as good as mine. I may be good at what I do, but Madeline and I don't always see eye to eye. I'm usually the last one to find out about something. That's fine with me. I didn't come out here to make friends.
What do you guys want to do?
Jellic's like,
We should give. Someone should help him. I'm looking at Grick on this one.
I already gave him first aid. Does he need something else?
No, you gave me first aid.
he wants a sedative. No, you did. You tried and failed.
Oh, I did? Can I try
Alright.
again?
Yeah. No, once per 24 hours.
Yeah.
Each person. You could scan them, actually. That's pretty funny. I didn't even thought of that. He's like, I can help too. I want to fight. Ibretta just rolls her eyes. Like they almost
You're
go to the
not
back.
gonna do a.
I can fight. Give me a gun. I can help. You saw how I handled. You saw how I gave them a good run before I ran into you guys. I did.
By run, he means running away.
Well, I mean, running away doesn't necessarily mean useless, I guess. You could say run away and be alive to tell us something useful, like, these Aslanti, martial law, they have, patrols around here. How big are they? The two we saw were, what, 4 apiece? Or is that always the size? Are there a lot of them out at one time? That kind of thing?
Usually they'll be out in groups of 3, but I don't know. After what you caused, they might be a little more on alert. And I'm worried that things might get a little more dicey.
Here's a question. In the last, let's say, 6 hours or so, has the guards or the Aslanti seemed more restless, more alert?
I'll be honest with you. They got us locked down pretty tight. A couple people said they thought they heard one of the missiles fire out from the garrison. But we didn't hear much of it after that. Figured they were just running drills or something. But they keep us in the dark pretty well. That signal is jamming up all our comms.
Greg's also gonna take a peek out the window just to make sure it's.
There's like
all
1,000 Zanthi out there right now. You peek out the window and it's just giant tall trees off in the distance, and just the fog is just cloying and pervasive. And maybe you see about 30 feet without much obscurement, and then it's just a soup.
I know you mentioned that they have the garrison, but are there any other places in this settlement where soldiers are regularly stationed? Like, are there any other buildings that are heavily guarded or anything like that? Or is it just random patrols in a garrison?
No, just the garrison, and the random patrols. Like I said, they have some kind of weird. We thought it was a little strange that they weren't putting a watch on the water supply, even though they were strictly rationing it. But we went and tried to use it. A few people snuck in to grab some. It wouldn't go down. It wouldn't fill their canteens. Nothing wrong with the device. Looked at it myself. You just turn it on and the water just never came. And whenever an Aslanti went and used it, it was no problem. They didn't even have to flip a switch or anything. They just went off right up to it. It would just work for them. But if we ever step out of line, they cut our water rations in half. They're already starving us with the food.
How often do they come check on you?
Just about every day. There's a muster, at least twice a day, and sometimes in the middle of the night. Random times, they like to keep us on edge. I haven't had a full night's sleep in weeks. Then you got this idiot over here, pointing at Jellic, trying to make things worse for us, but picking fights.
Okay, so let's just get right down to it then. What is it?
Who are you, by the way? I don't recognize you.
Oh, forgive me. My name is Greg.
She looks at you very
He's new.
suspiciously.
I was supposed to be working here as a geologist. I was hired on to work the college. Was not expecting to find all of this, but this is a situation we're in now. So what is it that? What do you need us to do now?
She kind of looks at you really confusedly and is like, I don't know. Whatever you can do, I guess. Deal with these people, but you gotta do it right. They don't have any problems, doing whatever they want to us. Retribution. There's already going to be probably hell to pay for whatever damage you've caused already. Uh-oh.
I was just going to ask when the last time they came to check on you.
What is that alarm set to?
She's like, damn it. Jellic, get up! So that it's they're having another muster, surprise muster. Everybody's got to group up while the drones circle around, do their thing. You guys, they have this motion detection capabilities. I advise you all to stay perfectly still if you hear them coming.
Okay.
Do you have any?
Oh, no. I just know I'm going to get an itch now.
These drones will detect you at whatever, 60 meters, I think. What are those motion trackers? Somebody has one of them.
Give me a second. I can pull it up. There's Echo has got one of those badges.
Well, do you have any spots like spaces in here that we can kind of hide?
Oh, there's plenty of places to hide in there. They shouldn't enter the buildings unless you think, unless you give them reason to. Let's just be real quiet. I don't know if you've encountered these drones, but they can really shock the crap out of you.
Yeah.
We encountered one. It didn't do much.
You guys can hear, people leaving, the doors opening outside.
Yeah, it's 60 feet.
Okay, yeah.
But the distance is reduced by 20 feet for each interposed door or substantial barrier, like walls. So staying inside should help.
How many feet of walls?
Reduce this distance by 20 feet for each closed door or wall at least an inch thick or other substantial barrier that is in the way to the moving creature.
Okay. All right, so she heads out. Jalik is limping. She's like, is there anything anybody can do to help him? Because they're going to know it was him that escaped. Change your pants. He's going in there. He's trying to hurry. He's like, I don't have my pants here anymore. I don't have pants. It's like,
I thought you threw all his clothes out of here the last time I was here.
Yeah. Let's put one of mine on. We're the same body size.
Can we do anything to help him?
Well, he's got wound damage, so he's limping.
I can't.
I'm going to give him my Serum of Healing Mark 1. I'll be like, here, take this. This will hopefully get you to where you need to be to pass this inspection.
All right. Okay. So she leaves. They leave. And you guys can have a moment to yourselves at least. But you will need to hide. Probably keep watch. Who wants to keep watch out the window?
One of the small ones.
Who has good perception?
I got +9.
I've got +9.
That is quite a lot better than mine, actually.
That's a lot, and he's small.
Yeah, I'm only at a 6.
Yeah, Echo's only at a 5, so. So
Okay.
if there's another window, Echo could go in the other window because it is very, very stealthy when staying still with camouflage active.
All right, well, make the decision because it's
Are there 2 windows?
yeah, there's like several windows.
Okay, I think Echo should go and hide camouflage next to one of them because being a robot, it won't get an itch and can stay very still. But gonna take the motion detector badge off of it and hide it further inside the building, just in case.
Okay. Anybody else looking out a window?
Me.
What are the doors like here? Are they like big sliding doors, or they got doors with windows?
They're like hatches.
So they don't have any way to see through them or anything like that?
No, they're like solid hatches.
I want to stay near the door in case someone comes in for a surprise inspection.
You give them a surprise. Okay. Those of you at windows, give me perception checks.
Do the rest of us need to try to hide behind anything or no?
That's entirely up to you. I mean,
Yeah, I am gonna.
I intend to.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to find any spots that I can to try to hide and avoid detection.
all right.
Trying to pull some of this random shit from around the shop over me.
Grick's ears twitch a little bit. And he hears. And right in front of you, through the window, appears one of those thrones. And it turns to kind of look into your window. Give me a stealth check.
Of course.
Okay, so you like try to duck back, and it's like, and then now it's like sending out a pulse. Looks like it's activating its motion tracker. Everybody freeze frame, I guess. Yeah, everybody give me a stealth check. See how good you can not move.
I'm assuming we can do untrained stuff.
God damn, Grick. Really, man?
Hey, untrained stealth.
Woo!
Okay, it's
Yay, I don't have to laugh.
it's not hard to stay still enough to not move. If anybody rolled a 1, it was gonna be interesting. You would have just catastrophically failed that in some fashion, like knock something over or something. But it stays there, staring. Whoa. And it's like, boom, it just continues on, passes. And I guess you all hold your breaths for a while. Just silence. And then off in the distance. Ooh. Coming from from somewhere far off. For about maybe 20 minutes, you can hear some muffled life. It's kind of far from where you're at. After a while, the hatch opens. Rodin, do you attack?
I'd be behind it, so I'd see them before they see me.
Jelly comes in, pow, right in the face.
Drop it straight to the kisser. No, I do not.
Jellic comes in, and they have a somber look on their face. British informs you that they killed another colonist. As for retribution for the escape, as well as
For the the 8 dead murder
The
children.
missing people, yeah. So, one down, 107 to go. It's like you have a resource. Let's see if you can do this before that resource drops to 0.
Oh, goody.
She's very, somber about it, but she's like, whatever has to be done. This is going to be pretty, I guess. Any help you need from me, I can offer. I don't know how safe of a place this is for you to sleep in, but it's far enough on the edge of town.
Kosla, how many of those suits of armor did you take?
Well, let's see. So those suits of armor, I have got one strapped to the top.
I have one.
And yeah, there was another one.
I think Relic took one as well to carry.
I know. Actually, Brett, seeing that is very not happy about you bringing that shit in here.
I did not. I took all 3 of the rifles, however.
Well, I was gonna actually ask Abretta, do you think that there could be something in this armor that is linked to the water source, which is allowing them to just draw from it freely, while you guys can't?
I have 2 of them.
Their tech is pretty fantastic. I wouldn't put it past them.
Well, you look like you're pretty fantastic and handy yourself. Why don't you take one of these and try to see what you can figure out? If you guys can figure out a way to get some more water for the colonists to step in the right direction.
She takes it and nods. I don't much like you leaving all the armor lying around here. These Icelandic come in here anytime and inspect. Find this in here, we'll be dead.
You don't happen to have a polyfluid grinder in here, do you?
Oh, that's what that thing. I thought about
Because that would be a great and efficient way to destroy evidence.
She, what item level is that?
3.
Okay. It just so happens that we were actually working on one of those. That's what some of them UPPs that you bring over were supposed to be for. But we know we may have some. There are some spare UPBs that may have been stashed in the storeroom. Madeline didn't want us using them for non-emergencies.
I think this is an emergency. If this isn't an emergency, on this planet's standards, I think we should be leaving.
All right, well, she describes to you the location. It's Corsica. No, someone who's in charge of that. Rendell's in the storehouse. You can find him there. Tell him my Bretta is calling in a favor. If he ever wants his hard drive fully wiped, like he requested, then he'll be sure to comply. Found some pretty sick crap on that hard drive. The guy's kind of a weirdo, but don't tell him I said that. Librian porn. It's not pretty.
Do you also have an ear-sized funnel and some bleach in here somewhere?
In the back.
In the back.
The storehouse is the next big building just to the southeast. I'd watch my step around there, though. It's not too far from the garrison. I don't think you want to be real careful.
Right. But what I would think is, even if there's not enough to finish that build, might be able to, if we go there and take some of those spare UPVs, some of the comm equipment out of these suits before getting rid of the rest of them in the woods somewhere.
I couldn't agree more with you.
We could build a signal jammer in case of any patrols to try to avoid further violence that would be immediately noticed and lead to retributions and all of the people dying, because that's a problem, right?
That's a problem, all right.
I mean,
okay.
That's just what I'm thinking.
Do we want to bury the shit that we took from them in the woods for now, and then
we could use some of it as a distraction. Like if we just lay it out somewhere for an ambush, even.
Or even use some of it for a disguise.
Well, how much do you
getting
like
rid of it until we have a plan for it does make sense, though.
I mean, Lincoln's the only one that can use it, right?
Well, it depends.
Ronan
might be able to pass if we did a bit of work on it, a bit of tailoring, maybe.
Yeah, the old backward legs are going to be an issue, though.
Oh, that would be a problem.
Plus, he just got the art done. I mean, he can't change the way the art looks.
I mean, I'm not actually wearing any of that stuff right now, anyway.
Better pony up some more cash, Ellen. You gotta get all the outfits.
Well, I was going to say, we also have the hollow skin, so we could definitely try to make some tweaks if we needed to.
Well, let's go to this dude and call in that favor and see what we can find out there, and then we either decide to break those people out or go to the crash site at Bar's house. Go to the crash site and see what the hell happened. Why they all... What was so important about it? How long ago was it the other ship left?
The other ship, what?
Like their ship.
Arrived?
Yeah, arrived and subsequently left, and like how long it's been since it's been gone. And they said it left fairly right away, but like how long ago was that?
Let's see. Was on. Where can I find the date? Was it the 4th of the previous month? Right now it's that day.
How far is it to the closest known Island to you? Like,
This is
my understanding is pretty far.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just curious. What would that be under? Culture, probably, that I don't have.
Oh.
Well, you're trying to find out what you're trying to know, like where the next like Ishlanti like headquarters are, like
Or like the closest one where if that ship potentially, like how long would round trip be? You know what I mean? Just to see if they're like
You can't. It's impossible to tell in terms of the drift.
Yeah, I mean, besides,
It
this
could
is
be
not like
weeks
somewhere
or,
that. Well, I mean, I knew that from the last time that like this was not like a common area for them. Like this would not have been something that would have been considered like a known like area of them to be patrolling or or a territory for them.
Yeah, I realize it's not their territory. I'm just curious on like potentially what the distance is for
Gotcha.
the ship. You know what I mean? Like, is it coming back with more troops? Is that what it's doing?
Well, from there, this is the vast. So anywhere from here, I mean, to another, they're in the vast too. They're not in near space. So you're looking at, what, 65 days? 5 to 6 days?
Yeah, I think that's how much it was.
So I'm just wondering if like, is that ship going to show back up tomorrow, kind of thing?
Right. Well, you don't know where it is. It could be in the system still.
No, for sure. I'm just curious if it did leave. I guess what I'm saying. I mean,
the ship left on the 28th of Calastro. Is when the Barazad left. Named the ship the Barazad. So literally, it was 7 days ago. Exactly 7 days ago was when that ship left. So it's still pretty recent. And yeah, the occupation started pretty much a little over a month ago.
And there's no way for us to get a message back to the Prosperity, right?
Nope.
Short of walking there. The question is who's it? Like, is there like a guard captain or like somebody who's in charge?
You can ask me Brett of that. Yeah.
I have a feeling the answer is going to be someone who's either dead or imprisoned, though.
No.
Who's in charge of them?
Who's in charge of the
Garrison.
I mean, it's somebody in the garrison. I'm sure there's someone standing at the front going, "Hey, my name's Captain blah blah blah," and everybody's under.
Well,
oh no, that makes
when they first
more
arrived.
sense.
When they first arrived, it was a woman dressed in full battle armor. Couldn't even see her face. Her face was covered by the mask, by the armor. She had a cape, sort of. She looked like she was pretty important. She identified herself as Lieutenant Sharu of the Aeon Guard. That we were now under the occupying force of the Islanti Empire. That if we would cooperate, no one would be harmed, and they would leave. Well, it really hasn't been that easy. But then she had somebody else with her, some wiry-looking fella with a top knot. He wasn't dressed in the full battle armor, but he had the same kind of style going, I guess. Probably some sort of caster or something. Shara wasn't there today at the muster, which was a first. I don't know where she could be, but that little dirtbag made a display. I guess he's in charge now. While she's gone or dead, or who knows if she's even still here. Maybe she's on the Barazan. No, never mind. She was there yesterday. So, yeah. I guess he's trying to make an example of his authority.
What did
He's
he
got
do?
some. He put his hands on one of the prisoners. Just electric beams just fired out into him and fried him to death. It's disgusting. Just electrocuted him right there with his bare hands. Boy, I'd love to see those hobguards take a bite out of him.
Okay, that's good to know. Does anybody else have any other questions? Do we want to go talk to this? What the hell was his name again? The guy with the Librian porn.
Don't make me look that up again. No, I have it here. Rendell. Rendell Tace.
Well, let's see if we can go talk to Mr. Taste.
All right, I'm with.
Right. I am not shaking his hand, but okay.
All right, so let's do this.
Alrighty.
So you guys are out here now, on the map, rather. You know, you're there. The storehouse is to the southeast. You've been there a few times, so you know the way enough. At least those of you who have frequented the town. I'm sure Relak and Ronan might have unloaded supplies there.
Yes.
All right. Can you guys move yourselves, or I'm gonna lock the tokens? Oh,
Nope, looks like free movement.
okay.
Can I tell you, I don't think Ronan is on the map.
I'm on the Medallions Landing map. Can you open the map for me?
Yeah, I'm still.
Preload it. I didn't. Ronan's not on the map, really.
There I am.
Yeah, neither is Echo.
How do you? So how did? Guess I can add Echo to the combat track. Okay, I guess I can do that. Okay, that's weird. How come I? What else did I ever put Echo on the map? Whatever. It's not recommended you go out that way. You should probably be going out the back way. There's like a secret entrance in the back, right where you're standing, basically.
We go at the back and through the trees, I think, rather than in
Yeah.
the open.
I think that would be best to go through that heavy brush as close as we can get to it.
All right. So we'll do this we'll do accelerated rounds. Let's do triple movement, triple rounds. We won't do round by round. Let's do as much as you can move in 3 rounds of movement. accounting for difficult terrain. And I guess stealth. So that'll be 1/4 movement. I guess if you're moving in difficult terrain and stealthing. Why is everybody all over the place?
Because I dragged myself way over to see if tokens were unlocked.
Okay, there we go.
Oh god, I'm being smushed.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
Do you want us to just line up on the party sheet in a marching order and then just do stealth checks, and the slowest person is basically the barometer for how quickly we're moving?
That's fine.
And then do we want Echo to run point using his stealth?
I think it seems like probably a good use for Echo at this point.
I'm likely to be the slowest person at 25.
No, actually, we realized that Ronan is also supposed to be at a 25 speed.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah, I
is move
think
on.
the order of stealth skill is Echo, then Lincoln, then Akosla, then Grick, then Ronan, then Relok.
Definitely, because I'm -1 because of the heavy armor.
All right, so go ahead and just start moving. Do triple your normal. Yeah, triple.
What area is the?
Everything that's not clear is double.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm doing some math in my head.
Right. 60, 180, divided by 4.
All right, so
Would
you keep
be-
moving. Whoever's in front just keeps moving. Everybody else can go behind, and we'll take it from there.
I should only be able to 40, but it's 42 and a half. It's 37
You said
and a half.
3 movements, right?
Yeah.
But half of 75 is like.
But we only had to go half at this.
You know what?
Corner.
Forget about this. This is stupid. Just give me stealth checks. I'm not going to overdo this.
Go, Echo.
And then I'm going to roll dice to see if those stealth checks matter.
All right.
Makes sense.
Rolled over 10.
I did not.
Right now, their alertness level is, I'm going to say it's pretty light. Okay. We'll say you guys are. This. So I can select tokens. You guys can move yourselves down to. Let's see. How do I get off the? Okay. Which way did you guys want to go? Like down here or in the woods?
Through the woods, I think.
All right,
As
so
close
say
as we
you
can get
guys
going that way.
Just put yourselves over where Relic is right now. Like, I'm going to unlock the tokens. This is too stupid. Okay.
Wait, and where's this guy's?
It's just down south. It's that building directly south of you. All right, no patrols. And again, it's only 30 feet visibility in this place. In the woods, it's a little more. It's like 15 feet. But once you hit the clearings, it's only about 30 feet visibility.
I like how if it's clear, it's less distant.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you want to approach the building? On which side?
Which side
Which is
were there entrances on when we were here before?
The entrance is on the south side. The entrance facing the clearing.
I like the idea of crossing this road to the woods and going around the side that is not up against what looks like a main road or path.
Well, you go ahead and put yourself theoretically there. I'm not going to hold you to it. Okay. Very good. That's all right. Everybody, give me stealth checks.
I'm due for a low one. Yeah. Probably still better than Relog.
Okay, pretty good.
Woo!
Damn, that's like almost the same exact number I rolled last time. Okay. Still quiet out here. Damn. Remember doing perception checks.
Couple of 24s. 3 24s.
Well, I only pay attention when there's fighting.
Or Eoxian pornography.
You know what? You never know what you're gonna like until you try.
You guys can hear the sound of footsteps. Yeah, those of you that rolled 24s, definitely. Let's say you can hear them. It's 5, so we'll say. See, the way another reason I like my house rule, it kind of gives me an idea of how far away you heard something. You heard it. So it's DC of 17. Yeah, pretty far away actually. Wow, that's a pretty good check. Coming from, yeah, that far away. Wow, damn, keen ass hearing. I'm gonna just mark it on the map. This up top, right over here.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Coming up the path. Yeah, let me zoom it in. There we go. I should make Decky's face that. Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the sound area, you know. You're not pinpointing it. Several footsteps, at least 2, possibly 3, judging by your acute senses.
I ready my laser rifle in the direction that I hear the sound.
You're not going to shoot through all these trees.
I mean, you can.
I said I readied it. I didn't say I was going to shoot.
You have time.
Do you guys
keep
want
on
to
going to the bottom.
Check.
Well, I was going to say, do you guys want to try to set up an ambush and try to take out this? It sounds like it's a patrol.
Yes, but any firing of weapons is just going to draw more people to us. Our best bet is just to get where we need to go.
If you drop prone, it gives you a bonus to your stealth, of course, as well.
Yeah.
If you're trying to hide.
What are we going to win? I drop pro.
Okay, you guys are talking, they move closer. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, let me get rid of this.
Rick is dropping pro.
Yep, falling prone.
Alright, well, you can all make stealth checks with a +4.
It's a 24.
Oh, baby.
Woo, 13. Suck it, Ronan.
I also got a 13.
Fuck you, Echo. Jesus.
How do you get a +21?
well, it's got its dex and its stealth skill, and stealth being class skill, and +4 for being prone, and plus 10 for not moving because of the camouflage system.
Sorry. Just pulling up their perception. And see a patrol of, well, are any of you going to try and see them at risk of being seen?
Not me.
Just going to bury your head in the dirt.
Literally, just lying there with my arms covering.
Right now, trying to stay very still and very quiet and not trying to move up to the edge of the brush to get a better look. Because we're trying to go run a very covert errand, and having a gunfight would probably not work well with that.
Okay, so nobody's trying to take a sneak peek. All right. Let's see. What was the low score there for stealth?
13.
Big old Rella trying to hide in the
Me and Ronan.
forest there. All right, let's see what they got.
I'm behind you. Still see you first.
-3. -3 actually saved you. Okay. Wow. They continue on. Okay.
Right, get up.
Continuing
go.
onward. Okay, bye-bye, marchers.
All right. So let's go around the south side of this building, try to get around to get.
Since we've been to this place before, this side of the building, is it like wide open, or is there trees coming around the back of it again?
Say again, what area?
This side of the building we're at. Is it like another pathway that's coming to it, or because it's not kind of opened up?
I'm sorry, I'm still kind of confused as to what you're asking.
I'm asking what the surrounding area looks like, because we've been here before, so we should know what this looks like.
The area you're in right now is pretty clear.
Yeah, but we didn't see that before. I didn't know if there was trees behind it, but there's nothing.
I think maybe
But at least it's not the main road.
Showing the map. I think it's what he's saying is like since they've been here before, would it make sense to like know the area?
It's foggy. Okay, you guys, give me another stealth check for this next segment of movement. You guys want to do?
Ooh, baby, I think Relic's gonna beat me.
You guys have a map to reference. You should be able to pull that one up if you want to.
Challenge accepted.
Still didn't beat me.
Alright, let's see what's going on.
Actually, when I try to bring up this map server, you have it all shaded in. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just like that.
It's like that.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. You can get around to the other side of the door. Across the way, you see like a tower. Let's see how far that is.
I don't remember there being towers before. Is that new?
It's not an Aslandian construction. At least it doesn't follow the motif. It's a sturdy metal pole. Rises about 30 feet. The top is nearly obscured by fog. But if you look at it long enough, you can make out like a small metal cage. with an angled opening.
Are there monkeys in there?
If you want to make a perception check, go right ahead.
Damn it. I got a 14.
Okay. It's not hard to tell, but you can see like a hobgar arm kind of sticking out of it.
Is it moving? Is it like...
Yeah, it's kind of just dangling there lazily.
So he's been trapped.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of cage up there. But it's rather high up.
Is there a control panel on the bottom of it or anything that we can see from... Probably can't see that from where we...
No, nothing you can tell there now.
Well, the guy inside here might be able to give us some answers.
You can also see a very strong, like, floodlight in the distance coming from the south. Like spotlights or something, perhaps.
Are they moving or are they just on a set area?
They're just set there. Further to the south, looks like possibly that might be the garrison itself. That's where the clearing is, so that's where you would suppose the garrison is as well. But the fog is too thick to see much more in that direction. Okay, well, what are you guys doing? What are you guys going in?
Going in.
Let's do it.
Yes.
This is clearly the largest building in the settlement, at least, that you can recall.
So, at least the largest building when there wasn't a big Aslanti garrison in the middle of it. This door, is it open?
Yeah, it is open. Inside, you can it's like 4 prefabricated modules welded together to make one enormous warehouse. 2 doors lead into the storehouse. And as you enter in there, there's another. The next door in says office. Yeah. Okay. So you get in there, and
Yeah. Or, as I like to call it, not outside where the Aslanti patrols are.
yes, somewhat safer in here for the moment.
There could be an Aslanti patrol in here, checking up on things. We don't know.
I'll kill them.
Bite your tongue.
Zip.
Nerd have a tongue. Maybe.
Don't know?
You know what? I don't.
Inside, you can hear something get knocked over, like dong, tsh, crash from within.
Okay.
You heard that right.
Call out his name.
What the fuck was his name? We have some Libre.
Rendell? Rendell Tace.
Hey,
Mr. Tate.
he should recognize both Relic and myself, and we should recognize her voice.
You can hear. Give me perception checks, please. I mean, you guys are just talking amongst yourselves right now, right?
I am just on fire today on rolls. I don't think I've rolled above a 10.
No, you had that 124 perception.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I can't.
Damn, 24s and the 17s and the.
What you do is impossible for you to roll a 24%.
Yeah, you guys can hear a groan inside, like, ugh.
Okay, if we move in close.
From like how deep in?
Inside. I mean, that's it. That's what you get.
I'll make my way towards the groan.
All right, so I mean, you got to go in the next door.
Sorry, those things lay on the ground at those doors?
I think that's a rooftop thing. They're just scabbing the thing together.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's no interior map for this, so to speak.
Okay, I get it.
All right.
They're like sea cans.
Yeah, I can see that now, but that's the roof of the sea can.
Yeah. Scrap metal holding everything together.
So you get into the last room. And see one of these dudes. And he's kind of behind a counter. And he looks like he's like struggling with somebody behind the counter, like, and he starts pounding like with his fist, like he's punching him. This person's on the ground. You can't really see who that is.
Bull rush.
And he's taking his rifle, and he's about to butt him in the head.
Bull rush.
All right, you guys can roll initiative.
Wait, what the hell?
Yeah, it is totally Relux Day.
Actually, you know what's funny is that even though I changed my initiative, it didn't change my.
I think you have to put it in your skills.
I did.
You put improved initiative in?
Yes. And I even on my character sheet it says +6, but I used the macro that I had, and it only did it as a plus.
Why would you have a macro?
Because then I don't have to open my character sheet.
Lazy bastard.
Okay, so what do we got for initiative, man? Because I rolled high. All right, so this person, you guys, I guess you guys aren't being that sneaky, huh?
In here?
Not in here, no.
But if he was whipping somebody, he might not have heard us come up on him.
No, he didn't. That's why I was. Yeah, you're right.
Sir, can you change me to a 6? I just re-rolled it again just to make it work. Or sorry, an 8. Not that it really matters based off that, but.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think you can get past.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Versus 9.
Okay.
Wait, how come I'm at the bottom?
So the guard is struggling with somebody behind the counter right now, and he's trying to he's wrestling with the rifle.
Sir, if you changed the wrong one to 8.
Oh, whoops! Too many R's.
Relic's supposed to be 8. I am 17.
I think after all this time, he could tell us apart, Ellen.
Right.
All right.
Prick.
So this guy, is occupied with is kind of wrestling with the dude. So he does not notice your arrival, even though you're all like huge and stuff.
Do you want to turn lock tokens on or no?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right on. I'm going to bull rush.
I'm just going to grab this dude. Just call him a colonist. Or somebody, at least. Just some dude that's there. Actually, I don't want to use him. Alright, you're going to do bull rush?
I am.
So you're going to leap over the counter and give him a bull rush?
Yes.
Flap wow!
That is not gonna hit.
You sail past him. What's up, bro?
Awkward.
Lincoln.
Alright, I am going to come up behind him, and I'm going to draw my survival knife as I head over there. And I'm going to, I'm going to attack with the survival knife.
Yeah, no automatic weapon fire if we can, people. Or if weapon fire at all.
18.
18 will hit his KAC, yes. You also get a good feel for this guy, and he does not seem to be carrying himself around like a normal trooper.
Wait, like a young one, you mean? Like, is he an adolescent? Do we...
You don't really have he's not facing you.
Oh, okay.
He's grappling with somebody over the counter, so you're kind of going to step around the counter.
Yes, sir. I'm assuming I got his attention, even though I only did 1 point of damage.
Yeah, you definitely got his attention, and he kind of startles. And... Oh, how did he get into this? Get out of here, Charlie. Can't help it. All right, Kosla. He actually screams out in pain. He's like, "Hey, oh no, please!" And that's not something you were expecting.
Wait, what?
Who's that? The guard?
Yeah. Yes, and in that moment, also of distraction, the colonist wrenches the rifle away from him. And you got a good look at this colonist, and he is the one. He is the Aslanti.
Uh-oh.
He's got a busted lip.
I'm glad I missed it.
He's got the dark hair, widow's peak, and everything, but he's down in his. He's out of armor. He's not wearing the armor, like he's stripped down out of it. He's wearing that undersuit, skivvies. This guy grabs a rifle from him, and now has his rifle. And that's it for him.
All right. And
does Relic get a bonus to
then
grapple because he has 4
should
arms?
this other guy also be on the map here, or?
Yeah, I'm just finding someone to put on there.
Oh man.
But go on ahead. That's it. That's his turn. He was right before Kosa.
Well, depending on where he was, disarming, does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
No. It's a grapple. It's part of the grapple.
You got your knife buried in a colonist, dude.
Daze was grappling when you got there, and he chose to remove his weapon from the grapple as the grapple.
All right. Well, not gonna be able to get a.
He's like, "Help me, please! They'll kill us! They'll kill me! They'll kill me!"
Whole not using guns in here makes sense. So, aside from the one movement action for each, Akosla is going to keep moving and draw her survival knife. And but means all her actions are spent on movement.
Okay.
And Echo is part of that turn, so skip over that too, and we come to Grip.
Okay. Gonna move right there, and as I'm moving, I'm pulling out some reagents and mixing up a counter agent. And I'm done.
All right.
Skipping right by me, eh?
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Fuck you, Relic.
I go in for grab on the one with the rifle.
You going for? Okay, right.
Grapple?
Grapple?
You
Is that
have
grouse?
to.
Yeah, it's a melee attack.
Against a prone flanked opponent.
Yeah. You know what else? No, he did stand up. He did stand up. He had a move action to stand
20
up. Sorry.
versus CAC. I guess it's versus CAC versus 8 or 4.
Yeah, it's gonna be +4 his cat. Actually, that'll do. You got him. You got grappled.
Grappled.
He been grappled.
And I'm very tough.
All right. Pass it then. Okay, this guy is going to try and get away from the guy that just stabbed him in the back.
Wait, that cadet. So we don't roll in the cadet then?
He's gonna just put his back to the wall. He's kind of like just in shock and out of breath, and just what is at the end. He's just this might be too much for him. He might be passing out.
Oh boy, that 1 point of damage.
Well, it wasn't just the damage; it's just the whole situation that's going on right now. It's pretty desperate. This was like a Saving Private Ryan moment he was having with this guy in low and like struggling to kill this guy before he killed him. Okay, so that's it for him. Ronan.
Am I able to grapple his weapon if he?
If you grapple him, you can choose to take his weapon away with another grapple, right? Or you can just straight
There's
out
also
disarm.
the disarm combat maneuver.
Yes.
Is that the exact same as like a rolling a bull run?
Yes, but you don't get the +2. You just do a melee attack. That's all it is. Like just attack with the Star Knight.
Attack with the.
Right? Do a melee attack with the Star Knight.
I'll get +4 with my Star Knight.
Yeah, or with the Entropic Strike for that matter.
I get +5 with the Tropic Strike.
Well, then do a Tropic Strike.
Can I roll a Tropic Strike as a disarm?
Yeah. That's one of the things that came up as a question that did get answered by designers during the playtest.
Oh, that's great. That's
okay. So
you can absolutely use the Entropic Strike operative property for combat maneuvers.
That's probably not going to work.
16 against his KAC +4s.
But he's also grappled and flanked.
Well, he's not wearing armor either, so I'll give it. It was enough.
So I'm able to disarm him.
Do you have a weapon in your hand right now?
I do not.
Do you have a free hand, rather? I mean,
I have 2 free hands.
Yeah, you can get control of the weapon. Then
I will take his weapon.
just yank it right out of his.
I take it right out of his hands as Relic's holding him.
All right,
No shooting for this guy.
Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, I gotta.
Oh, sorry, you moving?
Yeah, I did move up to do that.
Right.
Alright, well, seeing that this guy is, for the most part, in my eyes, neutralized, I am just going to get in the way by trying to join in whatever the hell you guys are about to do to him. kind of feel bad for him. I'm going to put away my knife and approach the guy that I just stabbed and just be like, relax, it's okay. We're here to help.
It's okay. I just stabbed you. But it's okay.
Like, I am so, like, total misunderstanding here. Thought you were him. He
Get
was
away
you.
from me! And he's just kind of like staring up. He's like, he might be hyperventilating.
Yeah, like, I'm just gonna try to, like, help make sure he doesn't pass out.
He's slumped down on the ground. And it's like the helmet is like, not fitting right on him. It's kind of sideways. He like takes it off his head and like throws it. He's just like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh, God.
What's going on here?
But like I said, I'm just trying to calm him down. Relax, we're here to help. You have nothing to worry about. The worst is behind you.
All right.
Yes,
That's a lie.
everyone should be calm, but everyone should be calm when there's not someone who might shout for help and be heard by a patrol outside, and so that's a problem that needs to be solved right now.
This guy looks very confused also. Like, what the hell? Who are these people right now?
But does he also look
assess the situation?
confused and full of knives?
Yes, he is getting stabby stabbed. 17. Alright. Yeah, don't do the damage on the token because I didn't have it set up as a token.
Yeah, I just dropped it in here because I saw I didn't have something on the combat tracker.
You know what though? I forget I can drag and drop and make a new copy of one and put that token on there. Is that gonna work? Oh, no. Here. Alright, so you did how much damage to him just now?
4 with the knife and 12. Does 14 with the flank hit his grappled KAC?
Oh, that's right, for guys grappled. Okay. Let me actually put. Cadets is what we'll call this guy. Alright, drop him on number 16. So actually, sorry, he was right before you. I should have let him try and do something there. He is going to, let's see, he's grappled by Relloc. Just got, nothing else has happened to him yet, right? Okay, he hasn't gotten stabbed yet, but he is going
Nope,
to...
just been disarmed.
Oh yeah, he's been disarmed. I'm just going to let you go before him, because...
Okay, in that case,
Yeah.
there's the stabbing, and
Alright, so you did, how many points of damage to him with that stab?
4.
4 points, alright.
Who are we rolling this on, by the way, sir?
The drone running up trying to bash into him.
Oh, you know what? There he is, sorry. Let me just put him there. That's the actual one. Damn, this thing is finicky. It really wants you to drag it from the combat track. Alright, this guy's here. Okay. Alright. So 4 damage on him. Blow. Okay. Oh! Wounded.
And about that 12. Or
12?
14 with flank from Echo coming up around to the other side and trying to smash into him.
Okay. That's also a hit. Jeez. Oh, okay, you took it on. Put it on him. Nice. Alright, he's taking some heavy hits. He is going to activate his self-destruct mechanism if he had one.
Oh boy.
Why does he have that?
He's a Solarian, yeah.
He's a Solarian?
No. He is going to... Jesus, man, he's in a tough situation here.
Well, he's grappled and no weapon, right?
Yeah, he's going to try and.
Do we need to bring up the grapple chart?
Nope. Just he's going to try to break the grapple. So he's got a -2 to this, I believe, right? Oh, just not succeed. Okay. He fails, so he's done.
Can he not try again or no?
I think it's a standard action try to break grapple. Unless you do acrobatics, which don't think that's his forte. No, don't have acrobatics. I'm gonna try it. Whatever. I'll make a dex check. Nope. 12. All right, Grick.
All right. Well, I already have my counter agent readied, so I kind of. So I'll just move over there and just give him a little jab.
Give it who, jab?
The guy that's grappled with.
Oh, okay. All right.
10.
10 will not.
Would it be a 12 because he's flank?
Would it be a 12 because of what?
Am I flanking?
flanking?
I don't think I'm flanking with anybody.
Rick doesn't have.
Now, if Relak had moved over 5 feet, you would be flanking. No, that's not a flank.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that hit? Okay, 10 is not hit. All right. So does that get wasted now, or?
I don't think so. I'll double check.
All right, Relic.
Maintain my grip. Can I squeeze?
You
Is
wanna-
that a thing?
Can't you attack while he's grappled? You got 4 arms.
That's true.
If you don't take a new action to grapple, he remains grappled until the end of your turn.
So I'm gonna continue to grapple.
So you could make a new grapple attempt to keep holding him, or you could hit him, but then lose your hold at the end of the turn.
I'm gonna continue the grapple. So did I just make a melee attack again?
Yep.
Yeah. And if you want to hurt someone while grappling them, well, that's what the garrote that the guy was carrying on the ship is for.
That sounds, yeah.
Yeah. Would have been handy right here. Okay. That's good. You maintain the grapple. All right. This he's hyperventilating. Ronan.
All right. I'm going to do a full attack
Oh, he's
on this guy with Entropic Strike.
flop. Wow.
Boy.
Miss on the second, and 12 is a with flank. Oh, that's most definitely a hit against the AC. Yep. Blah. Guys, this guy's a little tougher than the other ones. He's also not a child. This guy's more of a young adult.
5 points of acid and blood.
Okay, Lincoln.
Alright, I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna try a diplomacy check to try to get this guy to yield. And just be like, this is it. This is your last chance. Stop fighting, or else he's gonna rip your arms out like a fucking chicken.
Are you saying this in Aslanti?
I'm assuming that he's got to try to. I'm hoping that he speaks common, but I'm making that assumption because if they're relaying commands to the colonists, I'm assuming they share some type of common language. And that would be a 29 diplomacy.
29. Oof. He's not responding to that. He's He's pissed. This guy is incensed. He's not interested in being taken prisoner at all.
Okay.
So he's chosen chicken arms. Okay. Chicken arms it is.
Chicken.
Wow.
Oh man, Kosa getting in there. Oof, shanking like it's
It actually rolls your crit for you automatically.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh no, I rolled twice because that was a full attack with 2 hits.
No, but he means it rolls the damage.
One was a
It
crit.
goes-
Oh yeah.
Rolled good on the damage there. Woo-wee. Man, he gutted up his entrails and like spilling out the floor.
God
He
damn.
stares at you like hated, like kind of just stares at a Kosa, like burning, put a curse on you.
Kind of like petting a fish.
Okay.
I'd just like to pull that shirt up over its face now.
He's like, thank you so much.
Wait, he's not hyperventilating anymore?
He's kind of getting over it.
So I got a new gun that probably has ammunition for a Kosla.
I recognize some of you. Prosperity is here?
Maybe. You don't need to know.
It's not
What's happening here?
It's nearby.
Do they know? Do the stewards know? We sent out a message, but we don't know if it ever got through.
It did not.
Oh, kind of slumps.
Aren't you? We're a little far for the stewards to care.
Well, who else are we gonna call?
I mean, it's not like you're part of the pack worlds. I don't know.
We didn't disavow them.
Who's the sponsor of this colony?
The Abadar,
Abadar Corps.
dumbass.
You should have called Avidar Corp. Oh wait, that's who we are.
We're
Sedona,
still trying to figure out what's
her
going on
idea
here,
to
but
contact the stewards. Sorry.
doesn't
Sure.
seem like a good way to dress.
Well, it's a good way to blend in until we got here.
I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was thinking. This guy, he came in here and he didn't even speak my language, but he was like yelling at me, trying to get me to show him something. He wanted to see something. I didn't know what it was. And things got a little crazy, and I just lashed out and hit him and knocked him over, and then he fired a pistol. He fired his rifle, but I don't think anybody heard, thankfully.
Well, we didn't hear it outside, so.
Well, you guys heard it earlier.
I thought that was
shot.
I thought that was somebody being killed. I didn't think that was it.
I know, right? No. Someone was killed by electrocution.
Okay.
The guy electrocuted. Did you not hear me? He grabbed the guy's head and electrocuted him. This is what Abraham said happened. Yeah, and I was able to knock him out, and I didn't know what else to do. I figured I'd just dress up and pretend that I was him for at least a few minutes, till I could figure out what was going on. But then he started coming to, and then that's when you guys showed up. So thank you.
You said he came in here asking for something. Do you have any idea what he could have been looking for?
These guys, they're just, every once in a while they come in here and they want to see a manifest or some such, but I pretend not to really understand them. But this guy was really pushy. I don't know. They were just being bullies. This is what they do. I don't think it was anything special. I'll be right back. Hey, right back.
I think I would worry less about the moral implications of his bullying and more about whether anyone knew he was here doing it. Because they're probably going to notice when he doesn't come back.
Definitely need to find somewhere to stash the body.
And probably also do something about all of the internal fluids that are not internal fluids now.
Is there a mop around here?
Ronan?
That was a good one. That was a good one. Got me laughing. All right, so he's like, "Well, what are you doing here? What is it? What's going on?" Because I can hide one of the bodies in one of the containers here. It's sealed. That's what I was planning to do, I guess. Before he came to.
All right. Well, that's a start.
Okay.
Side him.
Okay, that doesn't take much effort.
And, right, we'll also need to get rid of that armor you're wearing. Which kind of goes back to why we're here.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. And he starts to take it off.
So, Bretta said that there were some, in case of emergency, UPVs here, which we need to use to deal with an emergency.
Brett is always asking for everything's an emergency with her.
So, you don't think the Aslanti invasion is an emergency?
Listen, you saved my life, so whatever it is you need, go ahead. And he flips open a panel across the room, kind of kicks some things out of the way. It's a floor panel. Opens it up and gives you a stack of 1,000 UBPs. That's all we got.
Oh. Hopefully that should be enough with what she already had built.
How much does the item cost?
1,500.
Oh, really? Okay. Very good. Is there anything else you need from him?
I mean, it would be good to know if, was whether the Aslanti have been taking anything else out of here that might be
anything we've had of use has been taken by them. Of course, all the weapons have been confiscated.
Except for this one in my hands.
Madeline's, chambers have been locked up. No one's seen or heard from him in a while.
Alright. I'm back. I missed a little bit, but I'm back.
But I'll tell you what, though. Here, hold on a second. And he kind of checks a manifest and goes to another panel. So, I have a suit of some station wear if anybody needs it. It's been lying around. The Islandi didn't manage to get their hands on this. Did you guys? I see that the party sheet still has 4 Imperial pacification rifles in it. Is that correct?
No, it should.
Like unclaimed? It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like that
I
makes sense.
thought someone was grabbing those.
They are.
Or were those the ones that Jellic was carrying to when we were hauling stuff to Ibretus?
I can't change the number. I have 3 of them.
You have to drag them to your thing.
I did that and it didn't remove them.
All
Are
right.
you sure?
So
We met like.
we'll say those are all done.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of those.
Because we've met 8 of them.
I'm gonna get rid of the survival knives, also, assuming you guys just left them there.
Yep.
Okay. So he offers a suit of station. Casual for the casual insurgent.
Don't really need it.
And then there's, of course, the rifle, and we've got the small arm rounds, and another survival knife, and the troop plate armor.
Well,
I know who's taking those rounds.
yeah, and if we do use those UPBs to finish that grinder, we'd want to feed the rest of it through there. I mean, it's a device for grinding everything, any technological item into UPBs.
It is quite the handy device.
Do it.
How long does that process take? Does it take hours, or is it just like insert?
1 minute per bulk.
Okay.
So that's ceremonial.
That's pretty amazing. That's
troop is
that's
3
even
minutes.
crazier. Knowing that, that's wow. All right. Well, the items are in there. You guys have to take them or leave them behind, or something.
I
Who's taking
can't
the
take.
station casual. It's
I can't
light
take
armor.
anything.
It's level 3 light armor. It's made for humans, but it can be adjusted with an engineering check.
I mean, I'll carry it away if nothing else. If no one else will.
Yeah, I don't think I really need it.
It's expensive, so it's probably worth.
It has it says Madeline's Landing on it, Madeline's Landing Edition.
Let's see.
Special edition.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean,
+1 EAC, +2 KC. No mods though?
Yeah.
Am I reading that right?
No mods, plus 6 max dex bonus, but yeah, I will take it away so that we can grind it up at least.
I'm beginning to think that carrying around this plate troop armor is just worth it.
Well, he's saying that you can grind it up into UVPs.
Yeah, but it's only 110.
Still 110.
Dude, where else are you gonna get this? Where else?
No,
are you
I mean the price of it is the price of it's 110. So we only get what 11, 10%, right?
Yeah, I just figured if we can start grinding stuff up, it adds up and destroys evidence.
Exactly. Yeah, it also helps.
So we could literally just shove anything in there. And
Technological items. So,
That's
a
fine.
large portion of anything.
Not a hop guard.
Right? No, that's I don't know.
So would armor be that?
Armor's a technological item, sure.
All right.
Thinking of Fargo right now.
I mean, obviously, if someone has a better plan, we could do that instead.
No, that's fine. Just everybody grab whatever you're taking off the party sheet, so it's not left there.
Listen, if it's not too much trouble, I don't know if Brad told you about the water situation, but it's getting pretty dire, and now they've even announced that they're cutting water rations in half again for the next few days.
Did anybody ask him about the tower outside with the hop garden?
No.
All right. What's the deal with the tower outside with the hop garden?
Oh, that thing? That's all, what's his face? Ludvar Creek's work. He rigged a trap. It's kind of lure hobgars into the area. Kind of a lightning rod for hobgars. Pretty ingenious. Usually every couple days we'd have to, we'd fly up there with one of the hover trikes and pick up the cage and drop it off into the woods. We haven't been able to do that for weeks now, and that place is just bursting with hobgars. God, I can't imagine what would happen if they got loose. It'd be chaos.
Oh, really? Well, maybe that's what needs to happen.
What do you mean?
Well, at some point, we might want to have a little distraction, maybe?
Well, I guess. I don't know. If you think you can get close enough, them hobgars are pretty pissed off up there.
Yeah. If we can get a distraction, we can get into the garrison, probably.
Garrison? Oh, geez, no, don't even try that.
Why not?
It needs to be done, unless you want to live your life as prisoners.
Look, when they first landed, there were a few people who thought like you did. I don't know if Abretta told you about that. They tried to fight back. And then for a little bit, it looked like we might have actually been winning, but it was all a ruse. They let us get close to that garrison and then
Mr. Lightning Bolt
called out for the troops as soon as the alarm went out. Patrols from all over the area converged and surrounded them and just killed them all.
What do you think would happen if patrols were occupied with a bunch of angry hobgoblins?
I suppose that might be crazy, but you'll have your hands full with them too. I don't think they care whose side you're on. They are mad. They are pissed off.
Well, that usually happens when people fight back.
Yeah, well, one thing at a time. What about this water situation?
Well, the evaporator is just, the collector is just a couple 100 feet southeast of here. We've been having the damnedest time trying to figure out why we can't get any water out of there.
Is it guarded by these Zlines?
No, that's the strangest thing. They don't even bother guarding it. Whatever they've done to prevent people from using it, it's working.
Alright, let's go. Hey, these cages, do they have to be taken down from up there, or can they be remotely opened from on the ground?
Lidvar set it up where there's a panel at the top. You had to keep it away. It was like if you put it on the ground, the hobgars would get to it.
So how good is Echo at climbing, and is there a code that everybody knows?
If there is, I don't know it. Ludvar may know it, but good luck getting anything out of him, poor guy. he already had it rough as it was. He was really badly burned in a chemical fire. Destroyed pretty much most of his left hand and half of his face. That was before he got here. And the only way he can talk is through a voice machine, but keeps it strapped around his neck. But he hasn't had it lately, so he's had to communicate through the data pad and stuff. We're not sure if the Islandi took it, his little voice box, or one of these little blasted hobgars. I don't know if you can tell, but those hobgars are a menace. That's why we have this. We had to put multiple layers in the storehouse just to keep them away.
And they didn't seem so bad to me.
Yeah, well, good for you, buddy. Nice shoes.
Well, it's like the least dangerous thing we've encountered since we got.
True enough.
All right, so should we check out this water vaporator?
Could.
Yeah, we could do that because that's closer to the garrison anyway, right? Wait, how many of these big towers are there with hobguards in them?
This is the only one.
There's only one?
It was a prototype.
All right.
Yeah, they were testing it out.
And how many hobguards are in there?
It was like under construction the last time you guys were there. I hinted at it, but I made a very slight, tiny hint about it. I didn't really.
Is that what the kid was crawling on while he was shooting?
No, he was on the Glimmer Rock, which is right at the edge of that, actually.
So how many hobguards are in there? Do you know?
He doesn't know. Usually, after a couple of days, there's usually about 3 or 4 in there. It's been weeks. Maybe a couple, like 2 after a couple of days.
So right now, too many then.
That sounds excellent.
Okay. So
all right, let's go to the water source.
Yeah, maybe we can figure out what they did to sabotage it.
All right, let's do some stealth checks and get you over there.
Can we check out the window first, see if there's any patrols?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check too. Perception.
Yep, you can give me perception checks and make your way on out. Looks like the coast is clear. Yeah, you're all good.
Yeah, 20.
Now we're going into stealth checks. All right.
Beat that relic.
The cover of the mists.
Ripperoni on that stealth check. That's 0 people. That's
Let's
0.
see if we got a patrol in the area.
That is 0.
No patrol in the area.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'll unlock you guys. Okay, go ahead and just move yourselves to the.
Is that a stub your door on the or stub your toe on the door on the way out? Fall flat on your face.
Alright, just move to the edge there where the A is. Yeah.
Where the A?
Bottom right.
So around here?
Yeah. was
God, I
making.
moved too fast. I was moving, and somehow you moved the screen, and then all of a sudden I was like way far.
This thing here stands on the northeastern edge of the settlement. Looks to be a metal spire adorned with several wide flanges, similar in shape to satellite dishes. 4 large plastic tubs for water collection sit at its base. Thick plastic tubes connect the flanges and the tubs. Go back into the outside.
Okay, so
Yeah, the Randall referred to this thing as like it's haunted almost. It feels like it's haunted. He says,
Oh.
Can we do perception checks around this to see? I guess nobody looks after it, but I mean, Bishop still should.
and they were having problems with this thing after the Aslanti came, right?
Yeah, it's given the Aslanti whatever they want, and it's
yeah, the Aslanti have no problems collecting water from it.
if perception to see if there's anybody around.
No perception. No, nothing around.
All right,
Nope.
I'm going to approach it.
Coast is clear for the
I'll
moment.
go with you and send Echo up onto a roof to engage camouflage and watch for any patrols coming. Actually, no, that won't work because of the fog.
It's still higher up, right? I tried to pour water out of it. I am carrying plate troop armor, if that means anything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, everything seems totally normal. It's just a moisture collector.
It pours out just fine.
Oh, you're gonna try and pour the water out?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Okay. You turn it on, and you can see the water flow recede, kind of bubble up, and get sucked away. Tell you what, I'm gonna roll a skill check for you, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
Does it matter if I have combat their armor with me?
No, I mean you're just carrying it. No.
Oh, so it might be different if someone's wearing. Lincoln, put on some armor and stand here.
Sure, why not?
We dress him up like a Christmas tree.
Okay, hold on a second, Ronan.
Do I karate kick it to work?
Never mind. Okay. Does anybody else have that skill? Rick has it, actually? No, never mind. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, you cannot get it to work at all. Ellie, you don't have. Never mind. I'll talk about it later. Yeah, no, you can't. It does not seem to function for you.
You do engineering.
You can do an engineering check if you'd like to take a look at it.
Can
How quickly would it take for me to put on one of these suits of armor?
Heavy armor takes a minute. I believe.
24 engineering?
Okay, the system is working in perfect order. I mean, everything is as it should be. You know, the nozzles are working. The flizzle is at maximum capacity, and the gibble wonk is thrusting appropriately.
But what happened when he tried to draw water out? Like it started coming out and then it went back in?
Bubbled up and then
Yeah, it went back. It just completely. Yeah, actually, physical science. If anybody's got it, that's observing that.
boy.
17.
Okay, yeah, that is that is completely defying like all hydrothermic or hydro
Dynamics.
dynamics. Thank you. Should not be doing that at all.
What the hell?
Nobody has mysticism in this group.
That's true. We're very tech.
It's like a big problem. You guys need to start picking that up some way.
Well, we just have to kill Ellen's character. Make him bring a mage or something.
It's a class skill for the Vanguard, isn't it?
I believe so.
Well, it's on Ellen then,
Why is it on me?
because you're a Vanguard, and it's a class skill.
You would legitimately be better at it than I would. If you choose to do that.
My mysticism only shows a +1.
You could try and maybe if you want to do some engineering to.
But it's a class skill, Ellen, so once you put a point in it, you gain +3.
So I'd still only have +4.
That's better than nobody else gets that +3 though.
Nobody else can even make a check.
Actually, nobody can at the moment, because Ellen doesn't even have it.
Correct.
Alright, no
I
one
figured
has a
it was
single
what
rank.
Good for my character's background and everything, so I was just like, he wouldn't have mysticism. He doesn't know what the fuck shit is.
That's arguable. He's not. He learned some stuff with Master Zul or whatever his name was.
Your entropy thing is very magical.
But anyway, yeah, I mean you can try taking it apart, maybe see if you can force a breach, maybe make your own access point, try to bypass that.
All right, I guess me and Kosla can kind of work. Should
Yeah.
I give you an
Right,
assist?
and
try
it's
it.
going to take
Well-
It's going to take a couple rounds.
While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna move up over here, and I'm gonna try to keep watch down this path for any incoming patrols.
All
I
right.
want to check some of these sea cans.
And where is Echo? You said Echo was on a roof somewhere.
I was gonna put Echo on a roof to try to get view down the road, but then I remembered the fog. So instead, Echo's just kind of hanging out off to the side a bit.
That motion tracker is also useful. Don't forget.
Yeah, I just figured a higher vantage point wouldn't actually help for that. Am I wrong?
No, it wouldn't. But I mean, it's like early warning system.
Yeah. So, if you're going there and you're going there, over here to sit, in case someone's coming up the road that way, it'd be the best place to put Echo.
Okay. All right. you guys get to work? Where's Rob
Yeah.
doing?
Standing here. I'm trying not to be seen.
So he stands in
I
the
stand
middle.
against the building, trying to not look like I'm fucking 11-foot tall giant.
All right, we'll start.
You could stand in a sea can.
First round, if you're standing watch, give me perception checks. Everybody else do your engineering checks. Who's assisting who?
I'm just gonna try to engineer
Oh,
this.
that's not good. I see not a fucking thing.
Well, look at my perception. Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh, and Echo will keep a bad lookout while I try to get this thing.
All right, how's the engineers doing?
26. Engineering tried to open up.
Oh, I'll give you an assist. Oh my god.
Wow.
20. Alright, I guess that ends up at 28 then.
Okay, all right. You start to, rank. Bypass one of the flanges, and who is the one making the main check?
Sounds like that was me.
Okay. You just a splash of water just comes in, slams right into you. Really hard, like harder than you would expect water to feel when it hits you in the face. Let's see.
Oh, come on.
Wow. 23 is going to hit you flat-footed, I'm assuming.
Yeah. All day. All week. Twice on Sunday.
Water element in there?
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
There's a water element in there, isn't there?
And you kind of scurry backwards, and at your feet, a pool of water forms and starts to take shape.
Oh damn.
And you have no idea what it is, but it's some sort of water creature. It's good to know you don't have mysticism, so I don't even have to worry about asking you to make checks.
Yeah, that does make it fairly.
Okay, this water being, that's what we'll call him. Has entered the fray, and you can all roll initiative.
For fuck's sakes.
How's that improved initiative working out for you?
Great.
Did it automatically add +4 to your initiative when you selected it?
No, I had to actually enter it in.
Okay, let's see here. We have Grick going first, and then Lincoln, Kozla, Echo, and then the water thing, followed by Relok and Ronan. Okay. Grick, this is round 1. Let's start that up.
Now, out of curiosity, before we go into this, a bunch of us rolled perception checks. Did any of us hear anything that
No.
we need to be worried about? Okay.
Oh, sounds good.
Okay. I am going to, damn, so what is it? This thing's just made out of water?
Yep.
Okay.
But you don't even see it. You just heard a splash and maybe a coastal scream out.
No, I'm standing right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's you. For some reason I thought you were looking. Okay.
Well, I am going to call out to everybody. We got the situation here. And I'm going to pull out my needler pistol and take a guarded step.
Oh, he's firing. Don't fire.
Well, the needler wasn't a very loud weapon. What do you think? Okay, you gonna fire your needler pistol?
No, I mean, I didn't have it out, so I'm drawing it. Taking it.
Okay.
Taking it.
All right. Pass the turn when you're done, and help me lock tokens. Okay. Lincoln.
All right, I am going to double move up to here, and I will draw my knife as I go along.
Oh, you got the old +1 attack bonus now, don't you?
That's right. And next up.
Being quiet is terrible. But, gonna try it. Gonna start echo moving over.
Sorry, should like that.
And also going to draw a knife and attempt. See if this has any reasonable chance of success.
Okay, sure. 17 is gonna hit the KAC.
Alright, does slashing at it seem to do any good?
Well, I don't see anything that gives it a resistance to slashing.
That's reassuring.
Yeah. Okay. So you did damage to it. All right, very good. This thing here will retaliate by swooshing another fist of water at you, followed by another one as well. So let me just do the -4 for the full attack. First attack, 15 is going to hit, looks like.
Yeah.
Alright, second attack. Oh, that's not a... Oh, baby.
Actually, yeah, 15 should just exactly hit. I see I need to fix something on my character sheet, but yeah. For some reason, it's not applying my armor.
Alright, well, first attack. Hold on. It's going to do 8 points of damage. And second attack is going to do 15 points. I got a crit.
Well, so I am going to fall to the ground unconscious. And dying.
Wow. And a 15 does that?
No,
It
6
took 8
and then
15.
8 and then 15 does that.
Yeah. No. Oh, 6, 8, and 15? No.
Yeah, I got hit for 6 before combat started. Then
Right.
Now
Okay,
one was
okay.
for 8 and one was for
this
15.
thing just completely boom, just lays a Kosa out flat. Doesn't even get a chance. All right. Oops, sorry.
Relic's turn.
Relic.
I shoot it with my laser rifle. He just knocked down fucking a Kozla.
You gotta do it, man. That's it.
It's a laser. It doesn't make any noise.
Let's fill this up. Okay, go right ahead.
Fucking Christ.
All right.
I don't think
That
I've
will
rolled,
not
I rolled
hit.
like one above 20.
And remember, there is concealment at 30 feet at this range.
I might shoot and then I move up to.
Okay, you moving or not? I can't see.
I'm trying to, but it's lagging.
Okay. I'll just move you. You're moving this much closer?
Oh, I want to be within 10 feet. Yep, that works.
Okay. All right, you just fired a shot. Well, that's done. Ronan's hustling.
Double movement.
Double moving. Okay, round 2. Grick. Just watch Kosa get laid out.
Alright, I'm gonna move over there. And standard action, I will use my
Medical scanner.
to administer some first aid to Akosla and heal him for 4.
Okay, so she'll become conscious at 4 hit points.
All right. Lincoln. Kosa is conscious, but prone.
I'm going to yell out to Akosla, "Don't worry, hang in there. We're coming for you." And use my inspiring boost to give 7 stamina points back.
Oh, damn you all.
Okay.
And I'm also going to move 5, 10.
Did we skip over Echo's turn last time?
Echo doesn't have a separate turn. So his action was a movement that hasn't been approved yet. But
Oh, sorry. Okay.
so Akosla is going to stand up and take a guarded step back.
All right.
And seem to have lost the ability to rotate.
Okay.
And Echo's still got no shot and is going to move around, and I'm out of action.
Skitter. Okay. Right, and this creature's turn. It's going to stand there, not do
You
that.
fuck.
And you can see that the water, it's flowing, it's coming out of that spigot that you guys opened up as well, so it's kind of staying in that immediate area. But it takes no actions. Rella.
Takes no actions. I stab at it with my technical button.
Okay. You're just stabbing, though. Are you moving too, or?
I don't need to.
Okay. So I see you have an arrow thing. Oh, I think that's a range indicator that I have set up.
That's a targeting thing.
Okay. 17's a hit.
Fuck a duck. 5.
You splash it, and it will now go on its turn and move forward towards you.
I automatically attack it for attack of opportunity.
It's just doing a 5-foot step, man.
Okay.
Wait, did it hold its turn?
Yeah, it delayed. It didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
delayed so Surf could do this. Fucking meta bullshit.
No, it's not gonna chase you. Shut the fuck up. You don't know. Stay in range. Alright. And it's going to do a single attack on Rella. The watery fist comes flying out. Motherfucker. Alright. Oh, the horror.
It missed.
It deals half damage to the nearest ally. Never mind.
Holy fucking
And it's
critical
staggered
fail.
for 1 round. It's staggered for 1 round. Okay.
I'm assuming that is not a valid movement, right?
No, he's...
No, I'm occupying that square.
Yeah, I thought so. Actually,
You
no.
can go right
Looks
by.
like you're occupying like several squares here.
I
Well,
can
you're the
remove-
one that made my token.
I'll make you this small in a second. Yeah, I guess that's as
Should
big
we-
as I can...
I should be
That's-
5 feet ahead. Because he moved towards me. Unless he has reach.
Right. Nope, you're right. Okay. Moving in there.
Yeah, and I call
Ellen,
my...
you can go through other people's spaces.
I can't because that would be 30 feet and that would be double move.
You don't have to go around. You could literally walk through Lincoln.
Literally behind Lincoln is 20 feet. Lincoln is
He's got
25.
You're saying he doesn't have
In
enough
front of him
movement
is
to do
30.
one move back.
And I only have 25. I'm wearing heavy armor.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
I call my Star Knight and I whip it at him.
All right.
And I probably miss terribly.
15 is a hit.
13.
Oh, 13. KAC. That's a hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, we're level 1, 2.
4 points.
4 points. My
Alright.
Star Knife floating inside of him.
It's gone. It went through him, and now it's just clanked on the ground. Brick.
Okay. Well, I have no idea if this is going to work, but I am going to load a counter agent to one of my needler, and I will fire it at this thing. Uh, 15 versus KAC.
15 KAC will hit. What are you hitting it with?
Minus 2 to armor class.
Counter agent 2. Okay.
And damn. Three damage.
Points. All right. Lincoln.
Alright, I'm going to take a guarded step up, or just a 5-foot step up, and then I'm going to take a swing with my knife. Oof. Whopping 3.
All right.
All right. Kosala's gonna
I hear an alarm.
step back and give Ronan a clear path.
I was just going to step
But-
over.
I was gonna say is gonna send Echo around.
Is there supposed to be an alarm going off?
Yes, the alarm is now going off.
To come up
Coming
behind
from-
this thing.
Coming from the town center, signaling, general quarters are about to do an inspection.
Oh, there's inspection. Okay.
Or the weapons were fired or something, who knows.
We need to end this quick.
It's not letting me improve your movement
Yeah,
for some reason.
Trying to.
I'm just going to move you. Oh, it's because,
Okay.
okay. You guys were sharing the same block, I didn't realize. Where,
Yeah,
Okay.
Kosala should have
Where-
just been.
where?
Echo should be where Akosla is right now. Akosla should be, yeah.
Got it.
Kosla is back beside Ronan.
And,
Just moving back.
He's moved up.
Yeah, and that would be a 17 to KAC.
That'll hit. Oof, 4 points. Man, this thing's not doing too well.
It was was the end of Echo's turn. So
And that was, what were you... Has anybody else fired a weapon besides Relok and Brick?
Was avoiding it to try to avoid loud noises and reinforcement.
Just want to make sure I didn't miss any details like that.
14 versus CAC
That'll hit.
plus flanking.
He's got the -2 to armor class too, so he's an easy target right
That
now.
should kill him.
Boosh.
8 damage.
Just splashes into nothingness.
I think we better skedaddle.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Is it because someone shot a weapon?
The coast
Right,
was
and
dead.
but turn the tap, make sure water comes out, pick up that knife, and the only evidence is a puddle, so we should not be here.
I call my star knife back.
Did the tap work before we...
I'm waiting for you to forget that.
Is there a tap on each
The tap
corner?
wall, yes, water comes out. It's like the end of Mad Max Fury Road right now.
It's what?
Like the end of Fury Road.
Is there a tap on each corner of this thing, or just one?
No, there's just one section.
Okay.
There's like some other valves that can be bypassed and stuff, but
Well, I don't think we got time to look at any of that. We gotta go, guys.
Yes, that.
Where do we go?
Flee.
Flee into the woods.
Into the woods. Come on.
I guess the woods are
Pretty much.
all right.
Then
Everyone,
we
give me
can work our way
perception
back
checks.
around through the woods back to our hiding place.
Give me a perception check, everybody. I missed the mass perception macro I had, but
Dude, 20.
you guys to roll dice is a good thing. Okay, 22, 20, 22, 21. Okay, yeah. You guys were able to avoid any patrols, any people returning from patrol. As they search about, you're able to skirt around and avoid them. Also, unlock tokens. Okay, you guys can move freely. Okay, it's not the same alarm that would signal people to assemble, though. This was more of an alarm for perhaps the
intruders.
Yeah. Kind of like a yellow alert. Let's do. Where are you headed? Like, what is your objective from this point on? Like, where do you want to go? Back to Abretta's?
I was gonna say, I think that's probably the best option right now is to head back to Abretta's, drop off the UBPs, let her know about the water elemental, and then kind of make a decision as to what.
Okay.
That
These
makes sense.
There's a heightened level right now because there's alarms going off, so the chances of finding a patrol are increased. Of running into one, rather. So these stealth checks are going to be much more important.
Oh, goody.
So let's do. Let's say it took 3 checks to get here. So we'll just say, let's say 3 checks to get back. And they also have higher perception.
Ripperoni.
All right. Is that the first round of checks? Sorry.
It is. I believe that's the end of the first round of them.
All right. Let's see if you guys run into a patrol for that first round of checks, because that would be bad. No. Okay. No patrol around that.
What? Hey, we're lucky.
Next round. Now you're in the bushes.
Oh my god, so
Get,
dice rolled on
you're
me.
getting a moderate bonus. Okay, is that everybody?
Looks like it.
I think so, yeah.
Ronan with a 4.
That's right.
You don't have a modifier to stealth? Is it because of your armor? Probably.
Yeah, it's
no,
probably armor check and dex canceling out.
All right, let's see if there is a patrol in your immediate surroundings. Yes, there is. Okay. Put you guys probably in that northern patch on the edge. Where's my middle marker? Yeah, we're right about here. All right, and there is a patrol actively looking in the woods right now. Going to roll their perception checks. All right, guys not paying attention. Huh. What was the low roll there?
A 4.
4. It was about 30 feet away. Yeah, he doesn't spot you. Fucking A. Jesus Christ, really?
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Last round of checks.
How can I fuck it up this time? Nope, not gonna be me that fucks it up.
There it is.
There it is. A 4 again.
Alright, no patrols.
Oh, man.
Okay, yeah, you make it back to your brothers. After a while, the alarm proceeds. You kind of report in.
Woo, we made it.
With yeah, so you hand over the UBPs.
Never.
By the UBPs, you mean the stuff to grind into UBP?
Well,
So she can finish her, whatever McCall-it's magical woohooky device.
And we also took
You
care
got
of
it.
the water problem.
I don't know how you managed to get it out. I hope you didn't give me too much trouble.
No. Maybe.
not at all. No one had to stab him more than once.
What?
I
hope it's a joke.
We did also take care of your water problem.
Oh, you did? What, did you figure it out?
Yes.
Yes, the water was just slightly alive, and now it isn't.
Live. Is it safe to drink?
It should be.
Probably.
Kind of weird. Imagine
now.
that.
If you're really worried about it, You got any plastic sheeting?
Oh my god, you son of a bitch. No, you can't go dig a hole in the forest and put a rock on it.
With this heavy of a mist, you wouldn't want to dig a hole. You'd want to cut it into a net and hang it. And that absolutely
Whatever,
works.
close enough. Either would technically still work. Just need the water to condense on the item.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's done. Next. No. Next. I still think. I really want to break into the fucking garrison, but I understand it's a bad idea.
We are going to break into the garrison.
Well, you have to get the. What happened last time is that they came all in and just slaughtered everybody from behind and from all sides.
And that's how we released probably a dozen or so monkeys.
Ghost is taking a breather.
Yeah, I am gonna take a minute.
Near-death experience.
And yeah, I'm still kind of quite badly hurt. I would actually ask if maybe Rick, you could break out that med kit and we could take a look at some of this.
Look at that! It's not Ronan that needs pins and needles.
Yeah, it seems a little unnatural.
Treat deadly wounds.
I think that's what he's asking.
I think it'd be a good thing to start with because I do have 4 hit points.
Oh!
I mean, can I assist with treating myself is the question.
Is there anybody that can assist?
I can assist.
You don't want my help.
Just barely assist.
Actually, does using a medkit give me a plus to that? No.
Using a med center?
Medkit sets the DC for it.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, there's your
Advanced
plus 2.
is a DC 20.
I had medicine. I rolled 12.
Very good. You actually got the 30 DC
Yeah,
to give up intelligence.
That's 3 times in a row he's got the 30.
10 hit points is a lot better than 4.
I hope you didn't end up killing anybody this time.
I mean, technically, we killed somebody.
I wouldn't call it somebody.
Well, that
family
guy
was kind of going to happen anyway. It seems that your friend at the warehouse was already in the middle of an altercation with one of the Aslanti when we got there.
I knew it was going to be trouble between him and some of the guards. They've been giving him a hard time, constantly asking him for inventories, even after he just completes it, making him run another full inventory again, over and over again.
Right, and that's why there might be one more dead Aslanti and why he might have gotten slightly non-fatally stabbed.
You gotta leave that alone, man.
Well, appreciate what you've done. Getting these EVBs will be real helpful. She shuts them down, and I should have that thing of a Bob working in a couple hours.
Good, and then we can start destroying some evidence.
I could use some help, maybe, if you wouldn't mind an extra hand on this.
I mean, I have engineering. I can help.
Yeah, and I can certainly help. And with
I want to ask Brett
Crick is better at it than I
the
am.
monkey cage. if she happens to know the code or anything to unlock it.
No, that's
Strictly the one guy.
Lidvar. Yeah, Lidvar had that information.
Where's he located at?
We could always just engineer it open.
Lidvar's just a couple modules down. Also, I mean, it might be you might be able to find some. Madeline had all that information too, and he kept pretty good records. You might be able to get some stuff, some information from his place. But the Atlantis locked that thing up tight.
The problem with what?
It's really high up.
I'm 11 feet tall.
I think that thing's... How high is that? How high was the tower? It was tall enough that we couldn't see the top of it.
You notice Jellic's not around.
Oh, go get it. Jellic came back, right? When the first time they were all called up?
Yeah, he came back. He was the first one in the house. He almost punched him.
Yeah, it was close. Some of me wanted to punch him.
Yeah, so you notice he's absent.
I guess we ask where
Mr. I don't know. He said he had to go clear his head or something. He's a damn fool. Thinks he can sneak around. And right on cue, he comes bursting in the room.
Like Craner?
Panting out of breath. Hollering. He's kind of out of breath. He's like, "Oh my god, oh my god! I saw them carrying Chatterbug out into the woods just now."
Say what now?
Chatterbug, it's a Sheeran. We should go. They're gonna kill him.
Next time.
He looked pretty
which
beat up.
way?
And nobody's seen Chatterbug since the attack. He's been locked up in the garrison.
How many of them are there?
There was about 3 of them carrying him out. They were taking him to the edge of the woods. I tried to get back sooner, but then the alarm started going off. I don't know what happened, but things got real crazy. I had to hide out in the woods for a while.
Shit. I leave.
I don't know, that was about 10 minutes ago. And
Which way into the woods? There's a lot of woods.
he points the way. He's like, I can show you. I can show you.
Show me where.
Okay, so you guys head out into the woods, skirt the woods. He takes you to, after a while, maybe about a few minutes of searching, you locate, if you see the Sheridan lying there motionless, face down.
Shoot him with the dart.
Shit. I run up to him.
Okay.
And I roll him over. I support his head and neck and roll him over.
Okay, you roll him over, and he's doesn't look to be responsive at all. And
Give him the dart.
give me a medicine check if you're observing him. If you have that skill.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to him too and get my scanner.
I am observing.
Oh my god, baby.
I think Rick has it. I'm going to try to keep an eye out for.
Okay. Yeah, you give him a once over. You can see he's got like. Sorry, you're saying something. Sorry.
No, nothing important. I was just saying. I trust that Rick has this.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that this is a Sharon, and he's got several cracked ribs. He's near death. He's unconscious and dying. He has been dying for like the past several minutes, possibly.
Can I use that roll for?
Yeah.
First?
Oh yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so you bandage him up.
And Rella, hurrying back to her brothers.
His little mandibles start twitching.
Easy there. Try not to talk.
And you hear a voice in your head. Am I dead?
Nah, I think you're gonna be alright, buddy.
Good. I don't want to die.
We should quickly get him out of here and back to, I guess, the brothers.
Yeah, let's take him to Umbratus.
Okay, we can stop here for now. But yeah, okay. So he was in the garrison. He was the communications officer of the place.
Boy, there's going to be a lot of questions for him when we start next week.